Well, good morning. This is J Trucker 717 broadcasting, and this is J Trucker 717. All right, again, morning coffee. All right, what is going on this morning? Okay, truckers caught with $2 million in cash, sentenced to 8 years for cocaine distribution. Big Dummy Award. All right. A California-based trucker was sentenced to federal prison today after he pleaded guilty to charges related to cocaine distribution. On Thursday, May 21st, the 73-year-old Andrew Richard Rodart was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of North Carolina. In September 2019, Rodart pleaded guilty to charges of possession with the intent to distribute 5 kilograms or more cocaine, aiding and abetting. Authorities said the agents with Drug Enforcement Agency observed Rodart drive his semi-truck to his home that was under investigation in Linton, North Carolina. At the home, Rodart was allegedly seen meeting with individuals who unloaded duffel bags from the sleeper bed of the truck. Rodart then left the home and drove his semi-truck to a nearby truck stop on Highway 903 outside of Halifax. When investigators followed Rodart, the truck stopped and knocked on his door to question him. He reportedly gave inconsistent answers and denied stopping off at the residence in Littleton. Law enforcement officers then executed a search warrant at the home, where they located Luis Enrique Jamez and discovered that the duffel bags concealed in a bedroom closet contained 80 kilograms of cocaine. When investigators searched Rodart's truck, they found $2 million in cash hidden in the compartment. Rodart later admitted to transferring the cocaine and said that he had previously done so at least 5 other times. Jamez also pleaded guilty last fall to charges of possession with the intent to distribute 5 kilograms or more cocaine, aiding and abetting. He is scheduled to sentencing in June 2020. That was one of the largest drug seizures in that county. Again, Big Dummy Award. Don't do it unless you want to spend a lot of time behind bars. All right, what else is going on? ELD provider lays off 18% of workers amid COVID-19 crisis. All right. This week, a major fleet management solutions provider announced that they would lay off 100 of workers due to financial struggles triggered from the coronavirus outbreak. A lot of companies are struggling in this coronavirus. On Wednesday, Samsung said that they would cut their global workforce by 18% by laying off 300 people in an effort to reduce expenses. This was a painful decision that affects our colleagues and friends. We are doing everything we can to support those who are impacted, including severance pay, coaching and outplace services, healthcare coverage for the rest of the year. Samsara COO of Sanjeev Biwas said. Saro said the layoffs would be concentrated outside of North America. All right, so apparently they lost $400 million in equity financing. They're cutting back on their workers. So again, a lot of companies are struggling. The economy is going to come back. They predict that it'll probably come back in a U shape instead of a V shape, which means it's going to take a little time to get back to it. But I'm hoping that freight will go up, that truck drivers will be able to get the raise that they deserve. All right. As a truck driver, we all know that that truck can hold a lot of freight, 80,000 pounds of freight in a trailer. Every once in a while, you know, I have a Ford F-150. You know, us as how shall I say it? Us non-truckers try to do our own delivery. So basically, what is going on? We had a guy that had I think it wasn't an F-150. It wasn't a Ford. It might have been a Chevy Ram. But he had the dualies on the back, 4 tires on the back, you know, and I know those things can carry, they say up to 30,000 pounds. But this guy tried to tow a single wide trailer. Now, I don't know how many pounds a single wide trailer is, a double wide, but he bit off a little bit more than he can chew. Let's take a look at it.
No one's videoing it. I'm not doing this. It's actually pretty cool watching this. It's entertaining. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, nuh-uh. Oh my god. What? They almost took out that freaking sailboat. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you really got it. It's so cool. That's a game shirt. Oh, fuck. You should have seen how fast he got when he made that turn.
Well, okay. Should we say leave the towing to the truck drivers? But they're not done yet. Take a look at this.
Oh, the drive shaft came out.
All right, it looks like they bit off more than they can chew. You can see the drive shaft kind of went out of the truck. I do know there's a thing called hot shot trucking, but let's leave the heavy hauling to the truck drivers, the professionals. All right, what else is going on? What else is going on? Apparently, again, I have put out a video about mask, and I have my little mask here that I made. Added the little breathers, which will make it very comfortable. You know, as a truck driver, you got to wear your mask and protective gear too. 2 teen truck drivers, a husband and wife, found that out as they got to coronavirus 19, and they had to take a break from trucking just to heal up. Again, I told you the story where me as a truck driver, I got full-blown pneumonia and had to turn my truck in because of it. It is no joke when you get sick of the freeway because you can't just pull your truck into the emergency room. So a lot of times there's logistics that have to go on when you get sick. So let's listen to their story.
Truck drivers are on the front lines of the pandemic, facing lower pay these days and higher risks as they deliver much-needed food and supplies. Tonight's Brief but Spectacular features Kansas City-based husband and wife truckers Shante and Ron Drew. After Ron began experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 last month, producer Steve Goldblum conducted a series of interviews with the couple over the course of several weeks.
Ron and I are a married couple. We drive team freight across the country. We haul a lot of groceries, a lot of produce, a lot of meats, things like that.
Truck drivers, we've always been kind of like, we don't get a lot of respect. We're kind of looked down upon, but people saw how crazy things got when the toilet paper ran out. Can you imagine if you go to the grocery store and there's no food in there? I don't know why they're not making more of an effort to get personal equipment for drivers. You need us to run so you can have food. We've got 2 beds. The bottom bed we leave as a table, so we have some place to sit and eat.
When I'm driving, he's sleeping, and when he's sleeping, I'm driving.
I first started experiencing symptoms when I was in Phoenix last week. Mostly like body aches, hurting my knees, hurting my elbows. My fever would just spike, and I just start just aching and aching.
Hot, cold chills.
Hot, cold chills. But I trooped it out, got her done.
And then we just went today to get his test finally.
You have your crack your window down, and then they just squeegee your sinuses.
I figured since if Ron's positive, obviously I'll be positive as well. So we figure save the testing for somebody else. We both got it probably.
Hopefully we'll know by Wednesday at the latest. I feel horrible. Since Saturday, I've not been able to get really out of bed for anything. I've dropped about 30 pounds. I've never experienced anything like this where you sleep constantly.
We got Ron's COVID test back and it was positive. I opted at first not to get tested. I figured, I'm probably positive, but then after talking to the nurse, she said it's probably a good idea to go ahead and get tested. I'm not showing too many symptoms other than just being extremely fatigued. I'm pretty sure that I'll test positive. We've been in contact with the company that we are leasing a truck from, and they've suspended our truck payments for as long as needed. We're probably going to go lay down right now and just rest and recover and hope and pray that nobody else has to go through this. I was tested for COVID. I tested negative. Our doctor and the health department both told us to go ahead and assume that I had it since I had all the same symptoms as Ron. The doctor told me that they're getting a lot of false negatives just with the way that a lot of the people are doing the swab testing. But we've been slowly recovering.
One morning you wake up, you feel great. You go outside, just do a couple things, and next thing you know, you're winded, you're in bed, you're sleeping again for 12 hours, straight during the day. Almost 22 days we've been off work. We got turned on to a resource called St. Christopher's Fund, which is for truck drivers. And they ended up making our rent payment for the month,
That's huge.
Which helped a ton. Luckily for us, the company we drive for, they got freight right now.
I'm glad our first trip is going out to Seattle. It's always fun going out that way.
I just wanted to get back out and get moving.
Get the wind in your hair and get the dogs back out at the rest areas and do what we do best.
This thing is no joke. Like, your lung capacity doesn't come back up right away. You still can't taste or smell for God knows how long this is going to be. I still get pain in my knees that I didn't have before. Just don't brush it off and thinking, 99% of us we're going to get well. Well, you're not going to get 100% well.
My advice would be just to have compassion for each other and quit trying to hurry the process of getting back out there and getting back to work, because it'll happen. It's just you got to listen to the experts. Before the pandemic, I think a lot of people didn't realize where their food came from. We've heard friends that have seen signs that people are saying, you know, we love truck drivers. Truck drivers have never asked for hazard pay. You know, in fact, our rates have gone down since the pandemic started. So we're making less overall than when this first started. We just want to still be able to do our jobs, and I just hope that people don't forget about it as, you know, time goes on. My name is Shantae Drew.
My name is Ron Drew.
And this is our brief but spectacular take on living through COVID-19.
Okay, what a wonderful story from Shantae and Ron. Again, I hope they get better, and it just shows how truck drivers are the front line in this pandemic, and I hope rates get back up, and truck drivers get the funds that they rightfully deserve in this pandemic. All right, let's take a weather break.
We are headed into a long holiday weekend, although probably a unique one with all that is going on these days. Weather-wise, your forecast for Friday includes the possibility of severe weather in a couple of areas. The main threats will be damaging winds and large hail, but a few tornadoes are possible in the central U.S. On Saturday, we expand that severe threat across the middle of the country. We'll also be watching for scattered showers and storms out ahead of it as we look toward the midsection of the country eastward. More areas of rain and showers scattered about on Sunday. Now, the most active weather will be in the plains, but as you can see, we will find areas of showers elsewhere and thunderstorms. Pretty quiet in the west on Sunday. And then as we move into Memorial Day, here's a look at the forecast. Dry in the northeast. Will be dry throughout much of the west and the northern plains, but it'll be the middle of the country with the most active weather with showers and storms.
All right, that is basically it for this broadcast. Happy Friday, and there's a company called, the name of this company is, and I have it right here, GT Express. And they have a video that I think will warm your heart as a truck driver. So I want to leave that with you on this Friday. Again, this is Jay Trucker 717. This is Jay Trucker 717 broadcasting. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. And so I'm going to leave you with this video, and have a happy Friday.
Yeah, I'm fine. Engine died though. Well, we get it. Shit. Who are you? Let's roll.
GT Express. Safety is our